Many scholars debate against what was the cause of the Civil War, and many are among follows: Stephen Douglas, Abraham Lincoln, the election of 1860, Uncle Tom's Cabin, slavery in general, the cotton gin, abolitionist movements, hardships of slavery, Abraham Lincoln's not wanting to be separated from the South, economics, Dred Scott case, and more. But none could have been greater than Harriet Beecher Stowe's book, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Born on June 14, 1811, Harriet Beecher Stowe was the seventh child of a famous Protestant preacher, and she had always been opposed to slavery, and so she decided to write a book about it. A book named Uncle Tom's Cabin. In 1852, the book was published and sold over 300,000 copies in the first year. Within the next 4 years, it sold over 2 million. It was even published in 13 different languages. But what was it about this book that intrigued so many people? Well, basically, it was that Harriet Beecher Stowe was telling the Northerners what was going on in the South, and the Southerners did not like that. In fact, they hated it. This deepened sectional conflict between the North and South so much that when Harriet Beecher Stowe had the opportunity of meeting Abraham Lincoln referred to her as the little lady who made this big war. And it was not only the United States who knew this was going on, because, as I said before, it was published in 13 different languages all around the world. Many more controversial events happened after the publication of this book, such as the Dred Scott case. The Dred Scott case took place in 1857, 5 years after Harriet Beecher Stowe's book was published. The Dred Scott case angered many people in the North and even in the South. And if we backtrack a little bit, we can see that this all leads back to Harriet Beecher Stowe's book, Uncle Tom's Cabin. But did this little woman really start a war? A war in United States history that will never ever be forgotten? Well, apparently Abraham Lincoln thought so. According to his reference to her, the little woman that started this big war, I can conclude that she was the beginning of the Civil War. And to all the facts that back it up, she was the cause of the Civil War. Who would have thought that this 629-page novel would have started a war? Definitely not Harriet Beecher Stowe. Did you?